All right, gang, Carlton Flowers here, your crypto pro, shooting a special video tonight to look at the current action and tell you a pretty funny story about my trading, which I don't do a whole lot of. So we are on Coinbase Pro, and the market was looking very green, and now everything is taking a slight downtick and it's turning red. But I wanted to draw your attention to something that sticks out like a sore thumb, and that is XRP. Now, notice that BTC had a nice run up, and it's just barely ticking into the opposite direction right now. Ethereum ran all the way to 170 bucks, is at 164. Yet XRP petered out and gave us a little sneak preview of what I think is going to happen next with Bitcoin and Ethereum, as all of these markets look like they're going to turn into copycat mode. Right now, Link is the only one that is showing an uptick. Wow. Okay, so everything else has already made that move down to the negative side. Chainlink is at $2.72, which I think is completely overvalued, overbought right now. Very dangerous. So this is just all of your coins that are on Coinbase Pro under the USD denomination. And when I pulled this up, I figured what a great time to shoot a video. All right. So anyway, let me turn the music off. We'll come back. Doing a little mix in there. Okay, so anyway, let's stop the music, and I'm going to turn off video, and we're going to pop over to the XRP chart on, what do you call this thing? TradingView. That's right. So let's talk about TradingView for a minute here and check out the action. I'll tell you this little story of what I did. So looking at the 1 hour chart, let's look at the 1 hour. Going back 12 midnight. Okay, yes, that's it. So here is the story. Last night, I was looking at this action playing right here, and I was looking at the fact that the stochastic had done the double hump and even a triple hump. I call that the double humped camel effect, that usually you're going to fall after you get that bonus hump when you're staying up here in the 80% or higher overbought zone. And when we ticked here, let me turn drawing mode on so I can draw on this. When we had this red candle here, I thought that was the reversal signal, and I got spooked and I sold my 1500 XRP, which is not a whole lot. It was only worth $308 and change. And of course, I am the ding dong who purchased XRP when it was at the 45 cents peak right before the long downtrend that occurred. What was that, last summer? I think I bought in May, or maybe it was June. We'll zoom back and I'll show you that. Well, anyway, coming back to the present, I got spooked and I dumped because I think that the effect of the coronavirus, along with the stock market, that I think is about to take a complete 180 and hit a dive. I think the cryptocurrency market is going to follow it, because I do not believe that anyone views Bitcoin as a storage of value, and they certainly don't view any of these altcoins as a storage of value. So once this started to happen here, I thought, well, I made the right decision, and I went to bed. So I got up in the morning, and then we moved up, and I thought, oh, I just got faked out, and I felt bad, and I thought, well, I haven't done a trade on anything in months since I got rid of all my altcoins in the summertime. So I figured we were going to continue to move up, and I would just have to live with my poor month trading decision. So then, lo and behold, after putting that out of my mind, I came back home, and at 2:20, I jumped on the computer to look and see what was going on, and I thought, well, let's just zoom out and take a look at the 1 day, and this was what the 1 day was looking like. However, I had the parallel trading channel that you see here I did not have it extended out to the current time. It had only been drawn out to right here. And so I have not updated this since, for the last month. So this entire month time period here, it was just hanging out there in the open. I thought, well, let me extend the parallel trading channel so I can include the last month of trading activity. And that's when it hit me. And I thought, oh my God, would y'all look at that? And it hit me like a ton of bricks that here we have it, folks. This red candle, which was a green doji at the time, it touched the top of the parallel trading channel and then it reversed trend. Now, take special note that at that time, we were approaching a stochastic reversal where right in this area here, okay, the fast line was approaching the slow line, and it was right here. It had not crossed over, so we were not yet at the crossover, and that was after the doji candle, which here on the one-day chart, it did kind of make a doji there. It's got a little bit of a body, but you have a tail on the top and the bottom, depending on how you look at it. The crossover had not yet occurred. So the last time that we got this doji, this one faked me out here because I thought this was a reversal indication, but really we were at the support since we dipped way down below the bottom of this trading channel. We came back up and it became support. Well, this time we've propagated to the other side and it definitely was a rejection and definitely not a support. So that was quite interesting. And then if we look at the volume, after the big peak here, volume is just kind of quiet, and that's not a good indication. So at the previous peak on the day chart, where the stochastic was nice and high, we had a high point here, and then we had a higher high here. Of course, it's off the chart there. And then we took all this time to work our way back to the top, and we have a much, much, much lower high at the stochastic oversold. Higher high here, but again, it's nowhere near what we had at the previous one-day overbought zone. Did I say oversold? All right, so let's clear all that, and let's turn drawing off and zoom out a little bit. You can see better here. Here is your first high, your second higher high, and then now this is as far as we get in comparison to the peak at, 32 cents. Now let's zoom back for laugh's sake, and I'll show you what I did, my dumb move. Let's see, where is it? I bought here. This is it. I thought we had a flag formation here. So this is when I put my 1500 XRP in addition to, I think I had a little extra also that I had traded away at some point. But this is where I bought in, right there at 45 cents, right at the pivot point of going down, because I thought this was the start. I was believing the hype and the nonsense from the Moonies out there who were claiming that this was the start of a massive uptrend in the market, which it is not. So that, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So that's my story there. Let's jump down to the 4 hour, and we see that we got a nice little reversal here. This is pretty definite after that stair step upwards. The fast line has definitely crossed over the slow line, and now we're in neutral territory underneath the 80% boundary, no longer in the overbought position. So let's go with the 1 hour and see what it looks like there. On the 1 hour, it kind of tells us that we're in oversold territory. So within the next hour, we could probably jump up a little bit where we're going to resume this downtrend. That's how I do it. I just zoom out, start from the 15-minute, and we know that within 15 minutes, we're going to move back up to this zone, but we don't know how far it's going to push up. So then you go to the next one, 30 minutes. Well, we're at the bottom, so we're going to get a little bit of a push up. Let's go to 45 minutes. Same thing at the bottom, nearing oversold. At the 1 hour, we are in the oversold position. So that says that, yeah, we're going to get a little bit of a bump up there according to that one. And these are not set in stone. Let's go to 2 hour. 2 hour, We still have a little ways that within the next 2-hour period, we could bump up, but we've got a little bit ways to go before we bottom out on this cycle. Now let's go to the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, we are clearly going to be down here somewhere. That's where the momentum is taking us. So even though we might stare up a little bit, but within the next 4 hours, we're going to be probably in the 40 to 50% range. And then zooming out, let's see. We'll go straight to the 1 day. Whoops, I made a mistake there. Here we go. On the 1 day, there is our 1 day. We are experiencing the stochastic crossover point. There it is right there. We've already crossed over. There was the touch on the top of the trading channel. Next candle is being formed, and clearly we're going to be breaking back below this 80% line. All right, last but not least, let's look at the 1 week. Let's just see what the 1 week looks like. I haven't looked at the 1 week yet. No, 1 week is not as ugly. That's not as ugly at all. Well, yes, it is. I take that back. Reason being, we don't know how far up the price can get pushed once this move is done. Now, see, this is conflicting information because at the 1 week, it looks like rejection has occurred at the top of the parallel trading channel right there. The wick goes above it, though. Okay. However, the stochastic is not below 20%, and so it could mull around and stay down here. The next week candle could form here. I don't know. But the way it looks here, there's a possibility that we could break back through the top of this and move up. So that's why I look at these. So you get a clear hump here, and then we come down, and instead of going right back up, it hung down again. But then we came up, clearly came down. Now coming up, but then it could do a double move. See this double move here? Almost a triple move. That's why I would put it at a 30% chance that we continue up from here, and probably 70% chance that we reverse this movement and we go down. Just looking at this, see, we opened up fast line over the slow line, but then it reversed and it went back down again for another bottom on the stochastic. So that's all I've got. I just wanted to tell that story, and we'll put my face back up here so you can see my pretty face. This is Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro, and glad to bring you this information today. Don't do anything stupid, and please do not take anything that I say or do as trading advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am just a guy who likes to have fun doing this stuff, playing with money I can afford to lose, because I have this little pile of money that if I lose it, big deal. I'm just rolling the dice at the roulette table, trying to take a chance to see if I can get the long shot, moonshot, 1000x gain when I buy back XRP at 6 cents, and then it goes straight to the moon to $1,000. It makes us all financially free. Wouldn't that be nice? Highly unlikely, but you never know. Comment below. Tell me what you think, where XRP is moving in the near future, and if there are any other plays you would like me to look at and provide technical analysis on. I'm Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro. We are out. Thanks for watching.